Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to EQ your mix in 5 minutes. So I have this track here from my new album, Completely Implicit, which is out in stores now. So check that link in the description, listen to it. And this is the track Utopia off of the album. And so I'm going to go through real quick and show you how I EQ my mix. I'm going to just play what it sounds like right now. So that's what it sounds like, and I'm going to just go through and EQ everything real quick. So I'm going to start with my drums because I want those to be audible. And right now, the kick is a little tough to hear. So a lot of times when people are EQing their kick drum, they add more bass. But a good tip is to add a little bit more in the 250, 200 hertz range, somewhere in there. And that'll give you a little bit more thump in the kick drum, which is easier to hear, and that way it doesn't interfere with your bass. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to go to my snare drum. I have two snare drums actually. And I'm going to high pass this snare drum because if there's anything down here, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to hear it anyway, and all it's going to do is interfere with our bass and make our mix muddier. Bring up a little bit of that high end in the snare, and then for our second snare, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go through high pass that real quick. So this one could be a little bit louder, and I think there could be a little bit more around 1200 hertz there. Sounds good. Bring that down a little bit. I have this shaker here. That I want there to be a little bit more high end. Again, I'm going to high pass this. And this little twinkle sound here, I'm going to high pass that as well. And then this synth. So this synth, you probably didn't notice it when you first heard it. That's because it's not really a front element in the mix. So I want to make sure that it gets out of the way of anything in the similar range. So that its main contestant is going to be the Rhodes here. So I'm going to actually EQ the Rhodes first and make them sound how I want, and then I'm going to EQ the synth around it. And if you watch my other EQ video, which will be right up here, then you'll know that I talked about EQing things like puzzle pieces. So I want the Rhodes, I EQ'd a little boost in 1200, so I'm going to cut that same range here. Awesome. Then my bass drum, the bass drum and the kick are going to interfere, so I want to make sure that those sound good together. Since my bass actually has a lot of high end, I'm going to increase that high end because there's plenty of sub in the bass. So if I increase the sub, it gets a lot louder and the mix gets a lot muddier. But if I increase around here, the levels stay about the same, but we're able to perceive the bass a little bit more. So that'll help with the mix. And then lastly, I'm going to go through and just EQ these hi-hats real quick. These other two hi-hats are pretty far back in the mix compared to our shaker, so they're not going to really be heard very much, but I still want to make sure that they're present. Awesome. So the last thing that I'm going to do is EQ the master. I'm going to open a patcher, and then I'm going to go down here to this mid-side EQ. I didn't actually make this preset, but I'll still leave it down in the description for you to download for free. So with the side, I want to high pass that because I don't want anything in the side to be in the bass. So if I mute this mid here, I can hear only the side. Perfect. And then I'm also going to throw on a Fruity Parametric EQ after everything, and I'm just going to throw on this 20 Hz 18 kilohertz cut preset. That is a default preset included, so if you look down here, there's a couple of those cuts. Now I'm just doing this because you can't hear any of these frequencies anyway. All it's going to do is take away more headroom and just get in the way. So that's how I EQ my mixes. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And again, that album, Completely Implicit, is out right now. Check it out in the description. And leave a comment down below telling me what you think I should do next. Thank you and have a good day.